All right, have you ever wanted to explore the enigmatic world of Bigfoot?
Now you can.
I'm asking you if you ever wanted to.
Sure. Yeah, it seems fascinating to me.
Yeah, now you can.
Okay. All right. The second annual Alaska Bigfoot Cruise aboard Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas will set sail in September. And joining us this morning is the Master of Ceremonies, Ryan Golembeske. Did I say that right, Ryan?
You crushed it right out the gate. Congrats. You're the first person ever.
Are you serious? You're just saying that. Good to see you, Ryan.
Yeah. It's a big one. People just call me RPG, though.
There you go. I like that. I like that. All right. So tell us how this got started and what was the inspiration behind launching this Alaska Bigfoot Cruise?
Sure. Well, Marty and Nikki from Gather Up Events, they constantly want to innovate the space and create, things for people to do that are even more exciting within the realm of Bigfoot. And he had this wild idea. He said, nobody's doing a cruise specifically to Alaska, which could arguably be the most prime habitat in the world. And there's just something about Marty and Nikki. Once they get a hankering for something, they make it happen. And last year, huge success. Everybody had a wonderful time. And as you guys know, Alaska is it's the final frontier, right? It's one of the most beautiful places in the world to visit. And if you're into Bigfoot, it's one of the best places you have a chance to experience Bigfoot and talk to people with real encounters.
Okay, I am intrigued. I want you to elaborate more on that. What can people expect exactly on this cruise? Any chance they'll see the legend Bigfoot itself?
It depends on how robust of an adventure you'd like to go on. We have brought on the top speakers in the field. We have Dr. Jeff Meldrum, who is Dr. Jeff Meldrum and Dr. Robert Alley. They're both professors of anatomy and anthropology. So if you want to understand locomotion and how these animals could really exist and what they would really be like, you're really hard-pressed to find anyone better to talk about that. And then we also have Alexander Petticoff from Small Town Monsters, who they are arguably the most hardest working people in the business, traveling the world, finding truths, investigating, talking to different people to make sure that that we have as much information as possible to help people like yourselves to decide, do I believe in Bigfoot? And for me personally, it's the people you talk to whose hair stands up on their arm, and this can be 30 years later, or their pupils dilate when they tell you this story because they had something so genuine and wonderful happened to them. Well, some would argue it wasn't so wonderful. But the goal of the trip is to bring people into this community, which is still small, so you can make friends. And what's better than hanging out with people that are into the same things as you are on a cruise in Alaska? Good food, good people, and great topics. So kind of a no-brainer if nature and things that exist on the fringe pique your curiosity.
It sounds fascinating.
It does. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Checks all the boxes of things that you wanted a trip. Give us a preview of some of these education lectures that are part of this cruise. What have researchers found out about Bigfoot?
Well, it depends on who you talk to, but what they found out is that it is real, people. It is real. If you just go a little bit deeper than what society is going to tell you about Bigfoot, you will find that there is enough evidence out there to go into a court of law and prove their existence. And everything from foot casts to hair samples to butt casts, not to be funny, but in Class A sightings, you have, who do you believe, right? When somebody tells you a story, who do you trust? So if you narrow this field of people, thousands and thousands of people that have had experiences, okay, so now you're down to first responders, okay? That one always gets me. Firefighters, police officers that show up because someone's like, hey, there's an 8-foot basketball player in my yard in the middle of the night and I don't know what to do. And they're like, okay. And they show up, they shine the light in the tree line, and they just go, I know what that is, but that's not supposed to exist. And there are more stories like that than you would even understand, We're kind of so distracted with all the things in our world that it's hard to wrap your head around it. But if you're curious at all, just begin to take a deep dive tonight and just touch upon Bigfoot. And you'll find that it's kind of overwhelming how many people have had genuine experiences, and we're going to get to meet them. We have a Juneau Town Hall, it's fantastic. It's where we all gather, and the locals come, and the locals talk about it. And I don't know, if you go there and you listen to these people and you meet them, you shake their hands, and you see they are good, solid folk, and they're telling you with a straight face, listen, I know what I saw, It's going to be hard not to become a believer. And then next thing you know, you got a new hobby. Now you're starting to research. And honestly, in my opinion, anything that gets you out and back into nature and away from our technology just for a second, go forest bathe is paramount in today's culture. So, yeah, keep an open mind and just look into it a little. And if you are more than a little interested, come with us. Come with us. I guarantee you will come home and be like, oh my God, I'm a believer. Who do I tell, you know?
Ryan, what prompted the initial interest in the phenomenon for you?
Well, when I was a kid, my mom was a librarian. I was a military brat, so we moved everywhere. And for those of you that had to move a lot as a kid, you're the outsider for a while. So I dove into books and into nature. Spent a lot of time by myself. And there was a book that had a picture of Bigfoot, coupled with the fact that one time driving home from Maine, my father was stationed in Bath, Maine. I saw one on a cliff face, and I just thought it was a bear or I don't know, maybe a billboard or something, because it was just standing there. And then just as we went by, it turned and walked into the woods. And nobody believed me at that point. But then when I saw it in a book, I was like, I know what I saw. And now with more information, like the difference between bears and Bigfoot is the bear's shoulders are sloped and narrow when they stand up. But a Bigfoot is like an NFL linebacker on steroids. I mean, just massive, you know? So you can just amazing things like that. And then it just compounded. And I don't know about you guys, but like I said, anything that keeps me in the woods, and it's like a quest that even if I never finish it, it will always have my interest. And that's what I find wonderful about it.
I like it. And thanks for showing a little bit about your backstory and what sparked your interest in all this. The cruise sounds awesome, and I'm sure you're a great MC. You seem like a lot of fun.
I think so too. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Fascinating, right?
Okay.
Love you guys. Cheers.
Bye. Thanks. I am very intrigued now.
I am
really
too.
am. Like, you asked me last week if I believe in Bigfoot, and I was like, I don't think so. Like, no.
Right.
But now I'm like, okay, well, if there's a possibility, if this many people have their own stories, their own, I guess, testimonies, if you will, about Bigfoot, I don't know, I'm going to start my Google search tonight and do some reading.
I want to see some of that evidence. Yeah, I'm curious now. Okay, Ryan, you sparked my interest.
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
I do too. I like that there's an entire cruise for this, you know, a dedicated activity. Oh, yeah?
It's got me
Emoji?
thinking.
Thinking
It's
emoji?
got me thinking
Like,
now. Yeah.
Really?
Huh.
We'll see.
I'm going to have to do my research now, too.
Yeah. We'll report back to each other on what we find.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe by the end of this week.
Yes, by the end of this week.
Thanks.